Hello, my friends. I welcome you all to this program on productive work from home practices. Today, we are going to discuss about some amazing ideas as to how do we increase our productivity and efficiency while working from home. Why we are discussing this today is because since the couple of months the lockdown and the work from home system has been in practice, a lot of people have been facing multiple challenges. And today we're going to address those challenges and understand how quickly and easily we can work on certain ideas and get rid of those challenges. Let's move forward with a quick case here. Now, I have a case here who is of our friend Rajni. I'll read this case quickly for you and then we can understand what message does this have for us and how do we come out of this problem. Ever since the lockdown started, Rajni has been working from home. Though this has ensured work continuity, Rajni is experiencing some other peculiar things. She is naturally an active person who likes to socialize and spend time outside the home with her family and friends. Now, more than often, she finds herself watching TikTok videos, WhatsApp messages, and news from various sources about COVID-19. She's also experiencing that she is not able to follow any routine through the entire day. No specific time to sleep, to wake up, to work out, to eat, to work. The household chores are also never ending. She is feeling lethargic and disoriented all through the day. These activities have not only reduced her performance, but have also impacted her connect with the team. With such intensity and volume of information overload about COVID-19, she is constantly overwhelmed and disconnected with her professional circle. She is also not able to timely deliver the tasks assigned by her supervisor, and this is again a strong negative impact on her rapport and credibility in the organization. All this is making Rajni extremely dissatisfied, sad, agitated, impulsive, and short tempered. And her family is also quite affected with this. Now, we have to assess the situation considering we are Rajni. So, quickly in the chat box, write down how many of you agree with this kind of experience. If you agree, write down agree, and also write down what do you think is wrong here? What do you think is not right here in case of Rajni? Let's have a couple of examples here. Wonderful. Now, what we assess here is that somewhere Rajni is not able to follow a schedule because the kind of normal that she is living into right now is a different normal than what she had before. Earlier, she would have a set schedule, wake up, do a little bit of household work, finish all of that, send kids to school, have everybody sent to their offices and set everything in the home, and then quickly leave for office, work there, come back, and then back to, the household work, and the days were going like that. Now everything is happening within the home and everybody is working from home. The husband is also working from home. The in-laws are working from home. The kids are studying from home and everybody is in home. And this has created a completely different kind of system in this household. And this is a situation with many, many people around us. Now, I am sure you would agree with me if I tell you that because of all of this, she is feeling very, very unhappy. And like all of you, she's also a performer, so she wants to perform really well. But all of these situations, which she has now probably surrendered to, and she's just going with the flow, it's not a good thing entirely for her professional life as well as for her personal life. Now, with the help of this case, today's session is going to be built upon what do we do so that we can have some productivities of working from home. I hope you're ready. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up or say, yes, I am ready in the chat box. Cool. Now, we're going to quickly talk about working from home productivity tips. Let's move on to the first one. But before we go there, let me show you a little picture here. And you need to tell me what comes to your mind when you see this picture. Here it comes for you. Now, this is a picture which shows what kind of emotion, what kind of state of mind. You can chat it in the chat box. You can write it in the chat box. Yes, he's relaxed, he's comfortable, and he's enjoying reading. He's at peace. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, what happens is, of course, this is a very, very comfortable position. But what happens is that if we start working in this kind of position and state of mind and posture, then what happens that very soon this posture will change into this, which is very, very natural for everybody to happen. We might fall asleep. There's so much to do all through the day. And therefore, we have to be really, really vigilant as to what are those activities, what are those things that can help me be more productive. So if you're ready, say ready in the chat box. All right, so let's begin and let's understand how to be more productive while working from home. Here comes the first one. The first one here says, dress up and create an office environment. It might sound inefficient or it might sound very simple or irrelevant, but trust me, when you dress up for working, you somewhere prepare your entire personality, your entire persona to be at work. You dress up to let yourself be ready. And when you're ready in comfortable clothes or house clothes, and you're just comfortable and you're at our leisure, that entire feeling of working and that zeal somewhere diffuses out. So dress up like you would dress up for a meeting or for working in office, and then create an office environment. What that means is to choose a place where there is minimal disturbance. Keep those destructive things out of your sight, and create an office environment where you have a notepad and a pen, a water bottle for you, and have all things arranged for yourself. When you create this kind of environment, you get a message, a silent message that yes, I am now ready to work. And that's how things get started rolling. If that's a yes, give me a thumbs up. Wonderful. Great, great, great. All right, let's move to the second one. The second one here says, which is very, very important, set and schedule and organize your task. Now, what this means is that now that more than one person is working from home. So if I'm working from home, in most possibilities, my husband is also working, or if there's a guy who's working, the other people in the house are also working. So there are multiple people working from the home at the same time, and everybody's work is important. So it's important that collectively we set and schedule and organize our task. It's about the household work as well as my office work as well. And if I collaborate with my family members to set that up, because I know, so say for instance, I've set my schedule. So in the entire day, I don't have much interactive activities. I just have to send some emails, make some proposals, or do some tips and bits here. But from 4 to 5, I have a very important client call. So what I do when I schedule my entire day, I let my family also know that 4 to 5 is a call, and at that time let's have a little bit of peace in the house. And similarly, if my counterpart or someone else in the family also has something important to be done during that time or during that entire day at a specific time, we keep ourselves updated about those things with each other. So that helps build up a conducive environment in the entire household, and everybody is able to give their 100% to the task at hand. So set and schedule and organize your task. It is very important now that we do not have a set schedule to follow, because going to office itself would set a lot of things in schedule on its own. Now that activity is stopped and we are at the comfort of our houses, this might take a backseat and it has its own setback. It doesn't happen. So make sure that you do that. Cool. Let's have important information here. Take time breaks as well. It's important to take time breaks, because when you're working from home, it doesn't mean that you can take break anytime. Take time breaks, because that helps you to stick to the schedule. It's very natural for us, while working from home, to go with the flow of the house. Somebody is coming, somebody is ringing the bell, there's a courier, or the lunch is getting delayed, or lunch is a little early. A lot of those things which are up and down, plus and minuses in the schedule, might keep happening. But if we fix a schedule and we take time breaks, we are able to organize ourselves in a much better way. And when we say time break, we say 15 minutes of break, and we stick to 15 minutes of break. Otherwise, we don't even realize that 15 minutes of break said at one time turned into 1.5 hours of break, because I just opened up my WhatsApp and I started scrolling through different messages. So let's be very, very focused. Let's have utmost respect for our time. Let's move on to the next one. It says put a tick mark against every task after completing. Now, what this means is it has two advantages. First, you know where you stand. So you know, okay, I had 15 tasks for today, 12 I've done, only 3 left. And then it also helps you to motivate yourself. Because, 15 were there, I've already done 12, bravo. So it has dual advantage. And what it also helps you to do is it also helps you to keep your teams and bosses updated after completion of an item. So you keep each other updated. So everybody is on the same page. They know who's working on what and how much have they done. And this entire system keeps the entire team connected with each other in spite of not being working together from one place. Everybody is working from home, but they're connected because remotely also they have kept this communication channel open all through, and they are updating each other about each of these things. So firstly, it definitely tells you where you stand. Secondly, it motivates you to complete the task at hand. And thirdly, it helps you to keep your teams and supervisor also updated about it. Let's move on to the next one. Manage kids with participative methodology. Now, as the name suggests, participative methodology is all about participating them into different activities. So let them participate into activities. Now, managing kids while working from home is a big task because kids, they have enormous amount of energy. And now because they cannot go out and play, all that energy somewhere has to come out within the home. And while you're trying to work, and if you have a younger kid, the kind of energy that they have, the kind of involvement that they want, the kind of attention that they want might create a little bit of challenge for you if you're trying to focus on your work. And what helps here is a participative methodology. So there are multiple things that you can involve your kids into. So it's like, painting and helping them do a little bit of dance and giving them certain activities and keeping them involved into things that they really enjoy doing. So what this means is when they are participating in these activities, and while you're working, both of you as a system, you are absolutely giving 100% to what you want to do. You're working, fine. They are playing, fine. Now, what this also means is while you are working on the household task, involve them. So while you're folding the laundry, help them, make them do that, ask for their help. When you're cooking and preparing something, let them do some dry cooking or some, setting the table for dinner or lunch. So help them be more participative, involve them more in the household tasks. They learn to do those tasks. You get an additional help, all the more because the housemaids are not permitted so far. And also it helps them to be more connected with you. And after doing all of this, if now you're working and they see that, okay, mama and papa are working and I don't have anything to do, they will devise their own independent thought around doing something amazing instead of being dependent on you. And that's a great feeling as a parent that you can develop and you can help your child to be. All right. So if that sounds okay, give me a thumbs up on the chat box. Wonderful. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which is learning new skills. Now, how learning new skills would make a difference? Some people might say that, we are at home, we are not able to follow a schedule, the work is so much, the housework is so much, and where do I find time to learn new skills? Well, we all have that time. It's just about prioritizing these things. But why do I need to learn new skills? Well, very simply, when we learn something new, we are challenging our brain. While we are challenging our brain, we are challenging it against the monotony of routine. So it becomes much more active, much more working. Secondly, when I learn something, my entire inner self becomes much more excited and positive. And it looks forward to doing more and more. And how it helps in totality, it helps me being more happy. And when I'm more happy, in every moment what I do is amazing. So when I'm happy all through the day because I'm looking up to that 7 to 8 slot because that's the time when I learn something new or I do something new, my entire day is focused on completing all my tasks with greater energy and greater zeal so that I can go up to that time slot and do something amazing. So that's also a driving force. So learning new skills, and what best can be done is you can have a community or kind of a system where your team along with you, your supervisors, everybody is making each other learn new skills. Very simple examples like maybe the Excel skills. Excel skills. So learning how to do advanced Excels and using formulas and all of those things. And somebody in the team knows about it, and they can teach everybody in the team. Maybe just a 15 minutes, 20 minutes class or a short session on that. Or maybe the presentation skills, how to make wonderful presentation. Somebody is very good in sales skills, so they can definitely have a session on the sales for the entire team. Negotiation skills for that matter. And not just too technical, we can even have a little bit of learning along with each other or from YouTube or from somewhere that I feel that yes, this is one person of authority and of course I should learn from them. I could definitely learn some baking, and I could learn some cooking along with my family. Probably I can learn different kinds of cuts using knives. How do I become a knife master? Or amazingly, momo. How do I fold momos? So there are an enormous list of things that I can learn, and I can feel more updated. I can feel more charged up. I can feel more informative. Something like gardening or painting. All of these, so these are just few examples, but all of these skills and learning these new skills definitely makes my brain active, lets me be more happy and charged up, and it also helps me feel accomplished that yes, apart from doing the daily task, the routine, the everyday thing that I was involved into, I'm able to do certain things more. And that's the beauty of working from home, and that's the secret of working from home. How do I make it more and more productive? So if you're agreeing with all these ideas and you think that these are doable without much of investments and very easily they can be done, give me a thumbs up in the chat box. Let's quickly have that. Wonderful, wonderful. Give me a thumbs up. Wonderful. Amazing, amazing. Now, the last idea here is about, let's summarize. How to be more productive while working from home. Let's do a quick summary here. Dress up and create an office environment. So dress up like you are just about to go to office and create an office environment around you. Set and schedule and organize your tasks. It helps you be more organized, and take time breaks as well. Have specific time and timelines to take those breaks. Put a tick mark against every task after completing, and keep your teams and boss updated after completion of an item. Also, it is important to manage kids with participative methodology. It not only helps you be free, it not only helps them to be engaged, it also builds a lot of independence in them. And the last one that we discussed was learn new skills. You can have your own ideas and you can write in the chat box here, what are those new skills that you learned or you want to learn in this lockdown period or working from home period that we all are experiencing and going through right now. And you can let us know in the chat box about the same. Also, champions, we have an amazing person in HDFC Bank, Priyanka Thakur. She would like to know how, in what way you would be using the learnings of this session, the ideas that have been shared in the session. How do you plan to apply those into your actual life? So whatever plan you have, whichever idea you pick up, whatever examples you want to put in, whatever incidents you want to put in, put them into these writing and send an email to priyanka.thakur@hdfcbank.com, because she would like to know who all are working on what, and she is all geared up to build up a community of people who are learners and who are doers. So I'm sure you belong to the community of doers. Do write that email to Priyanka Thakur. With this, champions, I would like to say a thank you to all of you. Working from home is challenging, but it's amazing if we can work on these simple ideas, and the productivity and the efficiency that we all have been wanting to show will immediately come so simply. If you agree with me, connect with me on LinkedIn with the name Yasha Vatsa Star Consulting. Interesting things like these, if you want to learn more about them, please connect with us on different social networking platforms. On LinkedIn, you can connect with me with the name of Yasha Vatsa Star Consulting, and we have the website like starconsultingglobal.com. With this, I wish you a lot of happiness, joy, and an amazing time with your family at home. And I'm sure with these ideas, you will be able to build up your efficiency of working from home much, much better. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much. Namaste.